Hey, it's the like I look, or the look I like. You know what I'm saying. All right, so we're back on the 33 Ford project. Now, when you saw this before, it was just a unijig frame. We just had a front end. We got the Tiger quick change rear end, and we had nothing in between. So what we've designed is our own custom frame rails. We've water jet those cut out. We've got them inside. Now we've got kind of a base. We've got a car, 33 Ford two-door sedan, been sitting since 1956. So unfortunately, it's just a shell. Now what we need to do, what I'm kind of patterning out here, is starting to make kind of a cage that's going to make this thing nice and strong. Unfortunately, I can't cut the top and have the cage inside of it, because if I drop the top, the cage is too tall. So we're going to kind of finish off the bottom. It'll all be braced. First thing we need to do is do this hoop. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cut that up, we'll get a pattern going, get some tubes in here, and then start chopping the top. Got it.
Wow, I haven't seen you work that hard in a really long time.
Hey, man, you know, I move it fast. There you go. Appreciate that.
All right, wow.
Now, we got our pattern. This is going to simulate our hoop. It's going to be up in the front. And we'll take 1.5 DOM tubing. Going to come around. We'll be able to weld it here. And this will really keep that front from going. What we'll end up doing is making a tube that comes back. That front end locked in solid.
Okay, so you want me to run right along this edge then? And then,
Yep.
Well, this is your top, so we'll come up with the arc.
Yeah.
Maybe a little flat.
Yep.
Come back on the other side.
Yep.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to using our new bender, maybe the new notcher. So I can take this?
Yes.
And I can go play?
I'm going to get on the chop.
All right, stick around. Hey, welcome back. Now, Brian traced out the front radiator roll hoop. You know, this is what it's going to fit in. So here's the sides of the front and the top where the hood's going to come down. But before I start bending and put some structure in, I can do a little layout. So I just kind of swept in. This is the outer diameter of the tube. I got a 5-inch radius die. So that's my center line. So this is actually the center line of my tube here. I've added 3/4 because it's a 1.5 diameter tubing. So that gives me the outside. Now, if I'm smart, I can get my tangent line and my tangent line to my second bend. So I can bend my first one. Now I know where to measure over to start my second bend. Piece of cake. Now, if I'm smarter, I can measure my angle. So tangent point to tangent point. This is the arc that I'm going to bend. I can measure that about 82, 83 degrees. I can lock it right in here in this machine and sweep my arc pretty much first time. I may want to back off just a couple degrees, check it. You know, I can check it to the car. I can bring my template over and get it rolling. Now this is the Cadillac of benders. This is from Baileigh Industrial. This thing is fully hydraulic, but what's cool is I can plug it into any 110, so I can push it around anywhere, but it'll then monster pipes, you know, full 180 sweeps, and the nice part is it's pretty much hands-free pedal. I can go forward and backwards. I got my degree wheel here. I can see how many degrees I've swept. Once I lock my tube in, I flick it on, I'm ready to go. So I got my angle about 82, 83 degrees. I lock my pipe in. I got it just snug enough. I've marked, you know, the start of my bend, and I'm ready to kick this guy around. I take a little angle measurement, and I'm ready to sweep it. Oh, that's magic. And once I sweep it around, I kick it back, and I sweep some more. So pretty much I can just stand here all day and watch my angle, and I've got great control, so I can kind of bump it right up to the number. So go right up to about 81, 82. I can get my pattern, and then kind of see how I'm doing. And it's looking pretty close, but I think I might bump it a little bit more. Let's say you go up to 82. Once you let off the pressure, it'll spring back a little bit less than that. So I'm going to keep working it. I might actually back it off, take it out, set it against my pattern, tweak it to fit. I'm ready to go. Then I can flip it over, bend the other side, cut it, install it. Hey, welcome back. Now we got our top radiator tube in, starting to look pretty good. We got the right lean, it's tacked in, and we got our first, horizontal top bar in. So we can put the side panel on, start to see how it looks.
Yeah, it's really going to solidify the front end and keep that front end from moving around. Now, we did our tubes. We got this really awesome Baileigh Industrial tube and pipe notcher. This thing is so beautiful. You put your tube in, and look at this. Easy movement of your angles, which is really killer. Put your thing in. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Now, it looks like it'll only do 1-inch tube due to the 1-inch end mill, but it'll actually do 1 inch all the way up to 3-inch. Now, don't blink, because this will not take long. And anybody that's done this manually knows that this is a beautiful thing. Now, look at that. Real time. That's a notch. Completed to spec. And you just can't imagine how much time that saves you in your life when you're doing roll cages and frames and things like that. This thing is amazing. Made in USA. And all you have to do, if you look over on the side, you loosen it, turn a little dial, and it'll take you from 1 inch to 3 inch. Really killer tool.
What's nice is it cuts so fast, but all the adjustments let you set it up real quick. Now, there's a lot of ways to do, tube cutting. You can do it with a grinder. You draw your fish mouth on there, you grind it out, throw a lot of material everywhere. You can use a hole saw. You can use it on a fixture type with a hand drill. Works pretty good, but after using that one, it feels a little archaic. Yeah. Just make sure your drill speed's slow. Your jig's kind of set up as stiff as you can get it, and a little bit of patience.
All right,
yeah,
that was fun.
That's what I love about hole saws. You can see we already have that tube cut by now, so I'm going to go ahead and give up because
I think we made our point.
Over here, yeah.
All right, we're going to get that tube in, the last one, and we'll move on. Hey, Bert, we got her tacked in there, huh?
Starting to look like a real car, not just a little flimsy, shell of a thing. So it's amazing what a good set of tools will let you get done in a short amount of time. Now, that's a really nice looking cope on this tube. Now, little hint, you're always going to get a thinner edge as this cuts around this outside. Knock that down so you get full wall thickness when you make your weld. Now, this is what a nice cope looks like when it's butted together.